Going live on Instagram as well. And we are off and live and here, and hopefully you can hear us. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Look at us all matchy.
I know, yeah. We'll get onto that in a sec. But for those of you who are new here or watching this for the first time, or even if you're watching this later on today on Catch Up, this is the Link Up Live, something that Amy and I have done over the last few months. It's a monthly fitness industry live stream where connections happen. So before we even get into what we're doing, we want to help people connect. That's the idea of the Collective, which is a fitness industry group that I founded with Alina Cooper back in 2019. And over the next half an hour, we're going to keep you plugged into what's happening across the Collective and across the fitness industry. We're going to share some upcoming events. We're going to talk about how we got these red t-shirts, and basically just put some networking opportunities out there. So if you are watching this live, or if you're watching it on Catch Up, drop a note into the comments. We'll pop a few of them up on the screen. If you're looking for a connection to someone, or want some help, or want to get linked into people, Amy and I won't have all the answers, but someone else watching might do, or we might do. But yeah, that's the idea. Partnership shout outs, LinkedIn connections, or linked up connections, and that's what we're going to run through for the next 15-20 minutes or so. Yeah, Amy, quick intro from you, who you are, where you're from, for the listeners.
Where am I from? I am from the world of independent gyms. I think Rob the PA is online as well, which is great. So yeah, I facilitate all the partnerships for the platform. So very busy at the moment, as you know, lots going on.
Yes, so we'll
All
get
right.
onto that in events in a moment. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm Guy Griffiths. I always forget to do an introduction for myself, but I help clubs to get their members to stick around longer. That's my mission, or my purpose, is getting people fitter and healthier, but not by working with the people. I work with the clubs and lots of other partners, and I just love networking. I'm probably doing more paddle networking and more golf networking than actual working at the moment, but yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. And there's lots of networking going on. And a few people are saying hello already. I'm just going to give them shout out so that anyone just pop a hi, pop where you're watching from. There's Alina, my co-founder on the Collective. Good to see you, Alina. Rob Handy, already been mentioned by Amy, is there. Aaron has given us a wave too, and Libby, who hosts the brilliant Icebreaker series, which we publish on the Collective. I say each week. I'm a bit behind on publishing them, but yeah, welcome you guys. Nice to see you. Nice to see you watching live. Before we go into events that are coming up, an event that happened yesterday was really good, wasn't it, Amy? Well, we're both wearing red today.
It was,
Got our
yeah.
new t-shirts on.
Although our logos are out of the screen, I feel like I have to lift it up. It's because I was given a medium, so it's kind of it's drowning me slightly, but that's all right. That's good.
Oversized. That's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So the staging was quite impressive. I thought I'd rocked up for like a performance of Magic Mike or something initially, and then on came Jay Worthy. Magic Jay.
Magic Jay Worthy. Yeah,
Magic Jay Worthy.
so yeah. Let's not take that any further. I don't know what you wanted me to do.
Sorry. What not to
I
say?
I I
Skirting
I
over.
thought it was a brilliant event. I thought, and it was. I mean, listen, a bunch of raving fans there listening to Jay talk about My Zone. It was always going to be a good event, and it was brilliant networking, and drinks and canapes and lots of connections and reconnections. The big takeaway for me was and I think Heather was brilliant as well, talking about behavior change. Had a really good chat with her afterwards. I'm going to follow up on that too. But it was really telling that I think they were talking to the fitness industry about almost softening the approach of My Zone and saying, look, yes, we're in Hyrox, yes, we're in kind of hardcore MEPs and competitions and really motivating the motivated, which was what the audience was. But it was also saying, we want more people. We want to broaden the appeal. Yes, we're on Apple Watches now, but there was a thing about SMEPs and almost cheating is okay, and measuring. And Jay was saying this, and a couple of gym owners were there going, I walk my dog and count my MEPs, and I feel like I'm cheating, and there's this idea of SMEPs. But
Sneaky
I think that's
Mets.
brilliant.
Yeah, are you
Sneaky
a
MEPs,
sneaky
yeah.
mepper? Are you a sneaky
I'm
mepper?
not a sneak. I'm not a
No, I
sneaky
see.
MEPper. No.
I agree. That's the one thing I personally took away from it, because obviously we know MyZone, so we know it's a product. But I'm quite regimented with mine, and I put my watch on as I walk into the gym, train hard for 45 minutes, and then I take it off. I don't catch all the mess. And I think same as you, or same as the guy in the audience who said that question. It was, I feel like I'm cheating the system, so I'm quite religious with you. I literally just train with it. But I agree, actually, when it's explained, any movement's good, right? So it doesn't matter. And for some people that perhaps aren't into the gym and don't train regularly, to encourage them to go for a dog walk or walk a bit longer because they get a few more MEPs. That's the point of it, right? So yeah, it does
Absolutely.
make you think about it differently. Agree.
Yeah.
Sneaky
And I
MEPs
think
for the win.
that's sneaky match for the win, but
Yeah,
also I think it was MyZone almost selling that to gym owners, and there were quite a few who were like, no, that's not right.
yeah,
People are cheating. People
yeah.
shouldn't be Hall of Fame status by walking their dog. But the whole and listen, there's a lot more than that, and the product and the tech development and all that kind of thing. But the other angle on that was the forgiveness thing that Heather talked about
Yeah.
a little bit, and there's clearly stuff coming in like streak freezes and stuff like that, and basically it's going to motivate more people, is the way I see it. So I'm all for that. But yeah, I did feel
Rob's
that they
got an
were.
opinion on this. Have you seen? He's put dog walks, yes. Walking around Tesco, no. Ban the SMEPs. Oh,
And
harsh.
the Schmeps with Rob.
Ban the
Okay, fine.
SMEPs.
But
Controversial.
how are you going to
Ban them.
stay on the leaderboard then, Rob? Because yeah, dog walking I know, but Rob, you were anyway.
He's doing a lot of walking at
From
the moment, isn't he, to be fair?
he's
Sorry,
he
Rob.
is doing a
Sorry,
lot.
not sorry.
He's having to do a lot of walking, isn't he?
Yes, just doing a lot of walking.
Um, but yeah, so listen, brilliant event by MyZone, and I
Yes, it
think
was.
is Heather along next week as well?
She
From
is, yes. Hopefully Rob knows when she's talking next week and he can drop it in the comments. But yeah, she's at our
yeah,
event next week back, which will be great because she was very popular obviously yesterday and got lots of interesting things to say. So it's going to be nice to have her with us next week in Solihull.
yeah, for sure. So listen, this isn't it's not a this is not sponsored by MyZone. We just both got nice t-shirts yesterday, and
Yeah.
just I did send Amy a message saying you're wearing it. She didn't see it, but she was wearing it. So
I know. I thought I was being clever and I was like, oh, look what I wore. Oh, you did message me. I'm in that point in conference prep where everything's being skipped. I've got too much information going in and out of my head right
yeah,
now.
yeah, cool. Well, let's bring up, because we do this each time, and there's lots of people saying hello, lots of people talking about where they're at. David Lloyd Rugby, Rob's in Starbucks,
Starbucks.
and yeah. So listen, carry on chatting in the chat if there's something worth popping up there.
Oh,
I'll
there you go.
let you know.
That's where
In fact,
Heather's.
well, there we go.
Yeah.
Main stage Friday. I think that is 2 o'clock. So come to the Independent Gyms Conference. You'll find more out about MyZone and Jay and Heather. But let's bring up the events slide,
Yes.
because we kind of we like to whiz through this, and we like to look at what's coming up events wise and networking wise over the next normally few months. But I've gone a bit long on this slide today because there's a few more events this year. But just these are basically chances to get out there and connect with more people and do networking for suppliers, for gyms, for clubs, whatever else. So the next week's another busy week of networking. Tuesday is the Connect CX Summit. So that's Pro Insight and Fittronics is customer experience summit. I've been for the last I've been for the last 3 years, I think. So, but a really good um, basically day of education and thought leaders, not just gyms. They had the head of the Super Bowl chain, I think, last year. So all sorts of chat and discussions and workshops and stuff on customer experience. So that's really good. Next Tuesday, you'll see me there. I think you should probably take the next one, Amy.
I'd hope so, yes, because that gives you one full day to recover on the 12th before you then reappear at the Gym Operator Conference, powered by independent gyms. Notice a slight name change there, so we're broadening the audience slightly. So we've got franchisees and hotel chains and universities, so it's a broader audience, which is quite exciting. And then we are obviously very happy to have Level Up happening upstairs, which Aaron can probably drop some more information in the comments if he wants to. But so Your PT are hosting their infamous Level Up conference. So we've also got a room full of PTs there as well, which will be brilliant to mix the two together. So yeah, really excited. Lots happening. 60 brands locked in, ready to go. Some great speakers, lots of education happening, and lots of gym owners. So all good. Lots of people that are saying they're coming and still not booked though. So if you actually book a ticket and stop me and Rob nearly having a heart attack every day, that'd be great. There you go. There's the link. Seamlessly slides on the screen.
Those are I thought the discounts had all gone. I did. Yeah, I
Well,
sent a couple of people a link yesterday, but
luckily
there's
they've
a link
reappeared
there that still has a
specially.
50% discount code
Yes, and especially for this LinkedIn Live, obviously Rob's
for
feeling
this event.
generous and gone put a discount
Okay.
up.
Well, getting quick, and if nothing else, there's, as Amy says, there are some great education slots. I've just been discussing a panel debate that I'm doing with the Explore Gym, but I'm also chatting on the Thursday. I've done a little preview video for Amy and Rob. I'm chatting on the Thursday about health seekers, and then on Friday, I think I'm on the main stage talking about retention. So 7 retention tips that you can start using. It's not AI or automation, or it's like it's simple ways that on the next day, if you're back in your club on the Saturday or on the following Monday, you can start using that will improve your retention. So come along and see that one. Something about the evening as well, Amy. There's an evening with, right?
It's a pretty good evening. All in aid of Movember. So there's people very beardless at the moment. Not one I can join in with personally, that one. I mean, you never know. But no, I definitely got me joining in with that one, but I can fully support it. And we've got some great speakers. So we've got Paul Ferris and Terry Hollands, who are doing kind of like the fireside chat type style evening, street food carts, bottle bars. So it'd be really nice, sort of informal, relaxed evening, mixing gym owners with the suppliers still, just to carry on the conversations through the evening and beyond, probably.
Oops. Yeah, perfect. Oh, well, through the evening and beyond, and then getting up nice and early on Friday to come and
Exactly.
get more
Yes.
indication. So do
Exactly.
come back Friday morning. So that's Rob just mentioned. That's Together We Lift and Movember.
And
That's
Together
going
We
to
Lift.
be a
Yes.
good evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Gym Operators Conference. We could probably talk about that for another half an hour, but let's just whiz through the events that are there. 25th to 27th, that is a little plug for some workshops that I'm putting on with Keith Small and John Preston. Not just a retention workshop bootcamp this time, but talking about leads and conversion and retention. So the whole picture, the whole member journey, right from when you're getting people interested through a Facebook ad or a flyer, all the way through to retaining them through the journey. So those are in I can't remember the exact. I think it's Warwick and Wilmslow and Wimbledon, which is one of the places that started with W. But there's a North Midlands and a South version of those workshops. So come along to those if you're interested. You can find out more at ggfit.com, I think.
Perfect.
After that,
And then
Amy?
next one, 3rd of December, ActiveNet Paddle North into Bolton. I presume we're going to that one,
Yeah.
Guy, because it's got paddle in the title.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But I'm actually running a paddle networking that day in Reading.
Okay. Oh, not
So
another paddle event. But yeah. So that's
yeah,
happening in Bolton.
and then we're throwing in some details for next year. So just mark your diaries. I haven't gone international on this. So I haven't put FIBO and stuff like that in, just for the UK for the moment. But yeah, end of February is Performex Live. And back to you, Amy.
ActiveNet again, reappearing at the end of March in Nottingham, 26th, 27th.
Yeah. So that's now ActiveNet. I think it's called ActiveNet National. So it's not like there's not a private split on ActiveNet next year. And then 17th and 18th of June is one of my favourites. That's Elevate back down in London. So those are the kind of key events coming up. Yes, Amy did allude to paddle. If you want to do, I mean, this is a fitness industry network we're chatting about here. If you do want to come and do some more generic networking with IFAs and accountants and web designers and travel agents and the odd fitness person, do give me a shout, because I'm playing a bit of paddle, a bit too much. But it's not fitness industry networking, just for those people who a few people have asked. So go and see Neil Adabaway is organising more paddle events for the fitness industry. So have a look for those. Yeah. So events wise, that's where we'll be. That's what's coming up. Get yourselves along to one of them. If there's any other events that we've missed that you want to mention, any gym operators forums or conferences, or we've talked about a few of those before. So drop them in the comments. We'll give you a shout.
Have you seen Rob's got the golf in there? We can rely on you for the paddle events and Rob for the golf.
Indeed.
Which is a good idea. I like this.
Experience golf.
Yeah, so it's going to be opened up a bit. You don't have to play golf. I'm definitely in that category. I can't even drive the golf buggy very well, so I'm definitely in that category. But that'll make it all inclusive, really fun, always a good day. So yes.
Yeah, perfect. So like I say, any other events, drop them in the comments. We'll give you a shout out on those. What else is there to run through, Amy? I mean, is there anything other than Independent Gyms Conference? Anything else happening?
That's all that's going on in my world. And actually on that, I think the reason things like this are good is because if, like me, you have moments in your life, in your job that are all consuming, like right now, I'm eating, sleeping, dreaming about the conference. I actually dreamt we had about 5 people turn up the other night, which was quite disturbing. I had to double check the ticket sales in the morning just to check I wasn't going mad. But you fall out of the loop of what else is going on in the industry, don't you? So, I know we've talked before about people kind of moving around the industry, and I usually quite enjoy saying, oh, they're there, and I'm so sort of out of the loop of that. So it's quite nice to hear. I know you're a bit more on top of it. So I'd like to hear where people are going. I could actually get the popcorn out that I got at MyZone yesterday, sit back and let you run through that.
You could, yeah, but I know what you mean. And yes, other things take over life, or you're writing a proposal, or you get buried in something. I had a 16-year-old birthday in my house last weekend, which is like, whoa, how did that happen? 16-year-old in the house. And then my youngest is going to be a teenager in another couple of weeks. It's like, all right, mind blown. But in terms, I mean, movers and shakers, what I've noticed is there's a few people that I've noticed over the last few weeks. Simon Atkinson, who I've known for probably since I've been in the fitness industry, because he was at EXRM back in the day with Dominic O'Sullivan, another speaker at the Independent or the Gym Operators Conference. But Simon is now product manager at Explore, Simon Atkinson. So a shout out for him. Adam Nash, I just noticed he's been with Tri Yoga and Barcore and Boom Cycle, but he's now head of ops at Hardcore Pilates. So I think that's worthy of note. Another good friend, and one of the most listened to episodes of Your Dream Gym was Steve Raffel, and Steve is now the GM of EMEA. Get your acronyms in at Orbit 4. So congratulations, Steve, on that promotion, onwards and upwards. Who else have we got? Lorenz used to be at Love Recruitment. Went on to do some stuff at Red Bull.
Red Bull,
he went somewhere else after that. Yeah, but he's with ClassPass now.
Okay.
So shout out to Lorenz. I think one of my first games of paddle was with Lorenz. It all comes back to paddle.
Paddle, yeah. The paddle connection.
Yeah. Dan Bradbury has now joined, or I think he's been promoted at Parkwood to head of business development. He's been at Enable and Junior Adventures Group before, and I think bringing it back to MyZone, I think the Tom Davis is now Chief Marketing Officer at MyZone. So shout out to Tom. Well done, him. There's a couple of other bits coming in.
Yes, lots of more events we seem to have missed, but yeah, there are future events. I don't know if you went. So obviously,
socials,
women in fitness. Obviously, 2-6. Oh, go from the bottom up. You go. You start.
That's right. There's inspirational leader event from Libby. So Libby and Mark Tweedy and Andy King and others. I think John actually put that together. So look out for the inspirational leader program that's going to be running next year. That looks really cool. Lots about drinking, Two Head Social,
I love the fact Rob's
Love
dropped in 12th of December, German market, Birmingham, from around 2 o'clock.
I'll pop it up there for a second, but find out more from Rob at the bar next Thursday evening.
The one that I would
Yeah.
like to mention, actually, which I should have mentioned myself, is Women in Fitness. Obviously, we've done Women in Fitness was set up a year and a half ago. So we did paddle for the first event, of course. Really successful. We were sort of dipping our toes in the water then to see what the uptake would be, and it's phenomenal. It's really good fun. So we followed it up at the Thames Club this year, where we just tried a bit of what everybody does, if that was the most simple way to describe it. We did hot yoga, we did a Les Mills shapes class, we did the Thames Club signature HIIT class. That's what we do, gym floor, women in weights. It was just, I think the point of our Women in Fitness is it's just practice what we preach and have fun. It's not a sit in a room with clipboards and PowerPoint presentations. We're not interested in that. We don't care what your job title is. Let's all gather together, have fun, and lift each other. So next year, the theme is going to be Women Who Walk. New passion of mine, hiking. So where that will take place, we're not sure yet, but we will have sign-up sheets at the conference to register for that as well. So the more women in the industry, the better. All welcome.
Well, Joanne is already in, but you probably
Yes.
knew that already, Amy.
Yes. Oh,
So,
that was a
yeah,
non-negotiable. So
yeah.
I'd drag her out, but she
All
wasn't signing up.
all power to that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think the other, any other comments that I think we'll wind up in the next few minutes, but if there's any other comments or people that you're looking for a connection to, or any suggestions that you've got for what else we should feature on this next month or going into 2026, then let us know. And if you are watching this on catch up, I don't know, you're not watching it on iPlayer, I don't think, but if you're on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, then yeah, just drop a comment or a suggestion, or if you want a connection, let us know. What we've not covered, and I should say, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the last couple of episodes of Bake Off yet, but someone we've mentioned on every episode is Toby, right?
Yes, still a legend though. And you know, on that point, you know, even if you're contemplating coming next week, extra reason to come along is that Toby's just bought his ticket for our conference, so you can have a nice meet and greet with the baker himself.
Yeah.
Been amazing to watch though, hasn't it? It's been amazing to watch. So fair play to him. And I'm now a bit glued to, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit glued to his Instagram channel for baking inspiration. And the nice thing about it, I joke about it all, but actually I text him to say the same, is it's inspired, you know, my son's a typical boy, loves football, not interested in baking, loves eating, but not the cooking part of it. But it's inspired him to actually make something for the first time ever. So, wow, that's amazing. So, yeah, I'm secretly hoping he's going to bring a stash of cupcakes or something to the conference, which we might need some sugar at that point. So, hint, hint, Toby, hope you're watching back.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So just to big him up a little bit more, and I was just double checking because there was a couple of Tobys in one, but Toby Littlewood from Energym has been on Bake Off. If you've missed it, I mean, frankly, where have you been? But both my kids need a selfie with me and him next week. I'm not a big, I mean, I'll take group selfies. I'm not a big, I want a selfie with. I remember meeting Jason Kenny and Laura Kenny at the UK Active Awards. I just wanted a handshake. I just wanted to say thank you and well done. And I think it'll be the same with Toby, but we definitely have a connection more. And
I feel like we're going to have to get him like a booth or something and a chef's hat or something. We're going to have like a queue of people.
Yeah, it could be Comic-Con. He could be charging for signatures, maybe, or cakes. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun. Yeah, there we go. Joanne's saying yes. Everyone wanted his photo at UK Active last week. So, cool. So yes, there we go. We've ticked the Toby from Bake Off box. I don't know.
We still haven't ticked the karaoke box. Nobody seemed to come forward with any song suggestions, and I'm still waiting patiently. The Christmas sing-along episode's coming, right?
Yes. Yeah, we need to work that out. We need to work out the tech on how we do that next month. I will talk to Jules about it. She didn't mention it yesterday when I saw her.
Suddenly everyone dials out. What?
Yeah, had to get people to leave the virtual LinkedIn link up room.
I think they'd leave even quicker if I actually start singing.
Yeah, maybe. But so thank you for watching, listening. Thanks, Amy, for joining me as always.
No worries.
Any other connection requests and ideas? The idea of this is to spark some conversations and, as Amy says, to catch up maybe a little bit on some movers and shakers in the industry, what's going on. Hopefully, there's people just coming in and asking things, or just connecting a bit on the comments down below. And the great thing about LinkedIn or YouTube, the connections can live on forever. So don't forget to follow the collective on LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, whatever else, and check out all the events that we mentioned earlier on. And if you want to be featured in a future one of these, let us know. We'll be back on the first Wednesday of December. I'm just trying to think. I think it's the 3rd. But same time, same place next month. Anything else, Amy? Anything I've missed?
I don't think so. No, don't think so. All good for me.
All right. Well, thanks again. Thanks for listening, everyone. And we will hopefully see most of you next week.
See you later.